Engineer 775 having fun. We got this ultimate bug out bag, and these guys are just tearing it apart. I'm doing a product review, but I didn't know these guys would just swarm and attack me, looking at all the cool stuff. So
I'm getting pillaged. It's outstanding.
so already these guys are liking this ultimate bug out bag a little too much. I don't think I'll ever get it back. So there's a lot of gear, and I'm going to show you, go through just about everything that's in the bag.
I didn't bring my lunch.
So they're stealing my food. Oh, this is a rough crowd, man. Anyway,
this is kind of your. This is like your sealed, your dangerous bars.
So I have a bunch of those. Are they lemon?
With it. Yeah, this is like.
All right, this is the comedy part of the review.
Coast Guard approved.
Coast Guard.
Question is,
Hey folks, Engineer 775 here. I know you've seen a lot of solar videos. That's really what I've been working on, but I wanted to share with you some other gear and some things that might be helpful for you or for your loved ones. The task of getting a good bug out bag is never over. I mean, I have my bag all the time with me. It's getting pretty dirty, actually. I've had this bag for almost 8 years, and I take it with me everywhere. I keep reworking it and adding different things, finding different gizmos, and for me, you know, having a bug out bag or a get home bag is an essential, because I find myself away from home. My goal is to get back here, so I never leave home without it. I try not to. But there are a lot of, there's a lot of experts on bug out bags and have 3, 4, 5,000 plus some of the gear, crazy amounts of money into their bug out bags. And it's intimidating to some people. I still meet a lot of preppers that don't have bug out bags. When I go to their house to evaluate their water, their infrastructure, anything else, I find I have a hard time finding their bug out bags. So this is just an encouragement. Hopefully, if you haven't got one, that you would just get a bag. You don't have to start with the cheapest. I'll just show you, this is the kind of bug out bag made in China that doesn't have much gear in it, and it sticks out like a sore thumb. That's not probably where you want to start. But if I had nothing, I would still find the contents of that bag useful. So I was contacted, full disclosure, by Ultimate Bug Out Bags. They're in northeast mountains of Georgia. They build bug out bags, and there's a website, all the links, description. I won't take the time to go through all the contents of this bag. They sent me a packing list, and it is long and extensive. Now, people can go ahead and they can find fault with the bag. This is a Condor bag. It's actually very good. This is the Zulu Tactical Kit sleeping bag. Obviously you wouldn't carry necessarily it at the bottom. Hard to walk with, but having this gear is very essential. You have a tube tarp, there's a tarp within, there's a lot of gear here, medical, everything your essentials. Being able to start fires, plenty of options. Water purification, lots of options. There's food in the bag, and a lot of options on that. There's all sorts of toys, of course. There's the Gerber knives, there's SOG hatchets, and of course we gravitate to blades. But if I didn't have, can you buy a better hatchet than this SOG? Yes, most definitely. But this is a great tool, and it'll get you through a lot of difficult situations. There's a SOG knife that converts into a saw. That's pretty darn cool. I'd love to have that, camping out, bugging out, whatever. It's not a bad feature. So if you start criticizing, as some of the trolls will do, about the quality, I totally get it, and I'm just going to ignore those things, because if I didn't have just these items alone, I'd be very happy if I found myself having to leave my shelter, my location. There's all sorts of gear, entrenching tools, paracord, gloves, zip ties, trot lines, medical gear, canteen, med kits, mentioned that, flashlights, radios, fire starting, knife sharpening, simple Bic lighters. There's all sorts of zip ties, like I mentioned, duct tape. You know, there's things that a lot of people don't traffic in this arena, they don't think about. So if you're new to prepping and you're like, I just don't know, consider just buying a bug out bag. We built bug out bags for customers. It is a painstaking process to find out all the products and build a bag and then ship it off to a person. We don't want to do that. We're not doing that. That's a lot of work. There's hardly any margin in any of these products, so they're not making a killing on this, but they're doing a great service for you, and that's building a bag that's ready to go. And you can tweak it and make it better and add things that you like, take away things that you don't like. You know, there's some products in here that I could be a critic and just hammer every one of these, but what good is that? You know, that doesn't, if I didn't have a bug out bag, I would love to have this bag. And again, there's a lot of you out there that are just, might be watching YouTube, but you haven't pulled the trigger on a bug out bag and you call yourself a prepper. You really need to step up and get yourself a bug out bag. Now they make a lot of different options. This is the Zulu Tactical. There's all different colors, and this is the one that they sent me. Doing this video review, just talking about this bag, they sent me this. So I'm very thankful to have another bag for our group, our family, and anyone else that might show up. This is a great tool. A lot of you think that you're just going to shelter in place, like I do. But if I had to go, and if I had to go to a place, a rendezvous point, I'd love to have this bag with me, and I will plan on having it with me. So it is, again, Ultimate Bug Out Bags. I've talked about building your own bug out bags, but I find a lot of people are just not doing it, and they need to have something that's pre-made. Oh, it's got the hydration camelback in it. A pretty good pack, really is. The Condor makes decent stuff. You know, it's not top of the line, but it's tough and it'll work. If I didn't have anything and I had this, I would be so thankful. So consider buying a bug out bag. If you don't have bug out bags for your family, your wife, your children, and you just don't have the time to build one, you know, start with this. You can always tweak it, make it better, but at least you have the essentials. You have your water, fire starting, food, a navigation, there's compasses in here, there's everything to make a good quality shelter is in this pack. So there's the medical gear, and then of course all your tools. There's plenty of tools in here. You know, I would add stuff to it, but then you keep adding and it gets extremely heavy. So anyway, it's a good pack, great start. If you don't have anything, highly recommended. So anyway, I think that's it. I'm not going to go through everything. I could read this list, but you can go to the website and shop around yourself and look for Ultimate Bug Out Bags and look at all the things that come with a kit. All right, there's 2.5 pages full of items in the Ultimate Bug Out Bag. It takes a lot of time to go through and think this through. If you're a survivalist and a bushcrafter and a serious prepper, you've already done this. So this video is really not for you. And it's for the people that are just sitting on the fence, that don't think that they need one. You really need to have one. I have mine either at my door or in my truck, and it's very important. It might not be for you, you know, it might be for somebody else. You know, we were just in an area where Hurricane Matthew hit. I was so thankful. There was no power for a week. I was so thankful for the gear I had in my kit. We were able to work all week, stay on the job site. We could eat there, we could cook there, we could do everything that we needed to do because we brought our own gear with us, and it didn't slow us down from doing a job. Again, it wasn't a civil unrest issue, it was a natural disaster, but we were able to function because we had our gear. If you don't have the gear, you're in serious trouble. So I think that's it. Check out ultimatebugoutbags.com. This is Engineer775 signing out.
I'm not going to eat this right now. I'll rather go to town. But if I needed it, I'd be happy to have it.
Amen to that.
And the chickens, I could feed the chickens right now.
The question is,
maybe I should go get a
What you doing, Chris?
can I do?
Chris is a master camper. Chris takes a trek with Boy Scouts almost every weekend. So
Right, here I go.
how far could you go with that?
I'm going to see. Oh, this?
Yeah.
Oh, man, this is
Nothing?
miles. This is Appalachian Trail.
Yeah,
Wait.
but you lost the pack. The pack was in the back.
No, you just lost the sleeping bag and the tube tarp, but
Yeah.
that's because you. Well,
Put
anyway.
that up here.
But how? Yeah.
But
you
Chris is a serious hiker and helps the Boy Scouts out a lot, teaches them.
That's where you
Yeah.
want stuff.
Because if you get in your truck and you got to drive, it gives you a net.
No, it does.
We won't worry too much about that bag right now, but
I was just
again,
in the wrong spot.
Ultimate Bug Out Bags.
Nothing under here.
No reason you can't strap it on.
Got to
the
be
bottom.
able to be flexible there. All right. Well, man, Chris is gonna start doing workouts.
1,
Dang.
2,
There's the ultimate bug out bag. It's probably, what do you think he's got on there, 50 pounds?
6,
60 pounds?
35.
7, 8, 9, 10. I'll do the other 12 without it.
That's a good endorsement. Thank you.